everyone and subscribers, welcome back. This video is part 1 of 2 all about indoor cages for guinea pigs. My other video is going to look more closely at CNC and DIY cage options, but I wanted to go back to basics with this one. So we're going to have a look at the key things to consider when buying a new indoor guinea pig cage and what those size requirements actually are for guinea pigs. I have done a lot of research for you and I'm going to share the top 3 cages that I would buy if I didn't have the option of a custom built cage myself. Also hang on to the end because I'll share my top tips for buying a new indoor cage. So just before we start, I wanted to say that when I was planning this video, I thought I'd be able to say that things had changed and things had improved a lot for guinea pigs. Unfortunately, the fact is that cage manufacturers continue to market cages that are far too small for our guinea pigs. I was truly shocked at some of the cage sizes and styles advertised for guinea pigs online, and even the bad recommendations being given out by some of the more generic pet blog type websites. So the purpose of this video is to help you decipher the options so that you can pick the best cage for your guinea pigs. So let's get started with some of the things to consider for a new cage. We've got things like ventilation, size, location, ease of cleaning, how easy it is to bond and interact, the cost, materials, how nice the cage looks, how secure it is, and whether you have options to modify or extend it in the future. But some of these things are particularly important for the health and happiness of your guinea pigs. An important one that we can't ignore is size. And cage size for guinea pigs goes off the amount of continuous flat floor space that we can offer them. Adding dividers or levels to the cages doesn't increase this flat floor space. This is because guinea pigs are not agile, they aren't hamsters or rats, and basically they've got short dumpy legs. But also because young guinea pigs love to run laps and popcorn, they need continuous floor space to get the exercise that they need. So this leads us to ask, what is the minimum cage size requirement for guinea pigs? And I'm going to go off 2 guinea pigs to make things simpler. The RSPCA in the UK specifies 60 by 120 centimetres, which equals 7.75 square feet, and the Humane Society in the US specifies 7.5 square feet of space. Visually, this is what the minimum requirement looks like. Willow and Lyra are 2 adult female piggies, and I don't think they look to have that much space here, if I'm honest. Especially when you start adding in necessary things like food bowls, hay and hiding places. Definitely not that much space for running around now. So whilst that is the minimum, both the RSPCA, the Humane Society and many other sources state that larger is better, usually recommending 10.5 square feet for 2 guinea pigs. And with that extra space, I'd say the cage now looks big enough for my 2 girls. You can see how guinea pigs could run laps around the open area if they wanted to, and I've even got space in there to add another tunnel or a couple of fun interactive things for them. I went away and I did some online shopping, as you do, and based on first impressions there is a lot to choose from. But actually, if we look a little closer, the majority are too small. I'm going to put up on the screen now the format of the conversion that I typed into Google to get Google to tell me the answer in square feet straight away, and it's a great way to compare the sizes of different cages. Lyra looks fascinated right now. Okay, so on Pets at Home, only 1 out of 7 cages met and exceeded this minimum requirement, which was the Furplus 140, advertised as a large rabbit cage. On Petco, 22 results gave only 3 with the minimum size requirements: the Hagen XL, the Midwest guinea pig cage and the largest of the preview cages. Most of the others were actually under 5 square feet. On Amazon, okay, there were over 1,000 results from my search of large guinea pig cage. So scrolling through, I saw the same Furplus cages and the Midwest, which either met or exceeded the minimum sizes. even after I'd worked through 300 cages and the search results became less relevant, I still had only found a handful of cages that I would consider big enough. So it's clear that going by the size alone rules out quite a lot of the cages, the vast majority of them. Another thing which I often saw advertised was multiple level cages. As I said before, guinea pigs are not agile and some guinea pigs won't go up the ramps. I saw a lot in the reviews people saying that my guinea pigs are too scared to go up and down the ramps. So if you really want ramps, they need to be shallow, and really ramps are only best used in our custom built CNC cages where we can make them shallow and safe enough for guinea pigs to use. Now believe it or not, I did actually find 3 cages that I would consider buying if I didn't have this custom built one. First up is the Furplast 160, or whichever version of the Furplast that measures 162 by 60 centimetres. These usually have a 40 centimetre extension bit that goes onto one side, which gives you the full 10.5 square feet, which is a decent size. Which is the main reason I consider it, to be honest, because I don't think the cage looks that great, and from some of the reviews it was awkward to assemble and felt kind of flimsy once it was assembled. Also, people commented that the modular design wasn't well thought through because you can add these little extensions, but you can't, say, add one main part of the cage to another main part of the cage and really expand on the space available. Next up is a cage you might have heard of, and that is the Midwest Guinea Pig Habitat. This cage provides 8 square feet, although when it was actually measured it was found to be a bit less than this, so do bear that in mind. It's an open top cage that looks quite simple and nice. Taken with the top, the whole cage can be taken outside and used as a run as well. The Midwest cage also has a canvas type base which it claims is leak proof. Now, whether this degrades over time, and some people said it might develop a smell over time, is something to find out really, and it would put me off the cage not having a sturdy plastic bottom. People also said that because of the floppy canvas base it was difficult to clean and it felt kind of flimsy and not that well made. But it is a popular cage, especially in the US, so I would really be interested to hear if you have a Midwest and how you rate it. One of the things which I think is a positive aspect of this cage is that it is extendable and you can add on multiple cages together and really increase. Last but not least is a cage that I hadn't heard of before. I actually found it on a UK based company's website, but it is a cage that's available on eBay and other places, so I think you will be able to get it wherever you are in the world, and it's called My Little Friends. They make a lot of smaller ones, so they're clearly not the most clued up company, but these bigger ones that they do have give you a lot of space. Their 160 cage gives you 11.6 square feet, and the square cage provides 10.75 square feet. It's not extendable, so you are kind of limited to that space. It seemed to have fairly positive reviews, whereas the others had reviews about them being flimsy and awkward to assemble. In general, the reviews for My Little Friends were just saying, wow, I got this huge cage and my guinea pigs love it, or my rabbits love it. If you have one of the 3 cages that I mentioned, then please help other viewers out and leave a little review of your cage below. That will be super helpful. Also, if this video has put you off pre-made cages or has made you want to explore what other options are available, then I will have a video on CNC and DIY options coming up very soon. If that's already been uploaded, I will post the link here, so do go and check that out. Number 1, prioritise space. Number 2, don't go for multi-level cages, they don't offer more floor space. Number 3, read the reviews carefully. Number 4, don't rule out rabbit cages. Number 5, be wary of generic blog sites that will basically recommend cages that are unsuitable or too small. And number 6, don't forget that if you've bought baby guinea pigs, they will grow. So that's all for this video. Please leave your questions below and I will get back to you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!